Nepal's Buddha statue casting technology has a long history and is world famous for its exquisite technology, unique style and profound religious and cultural heritage. Today, the Buddha statue casting process in Nepal is mainly concentrated in the Kathmandu Valley, especially dominated by newer craftsmen. They have passed down the ancient skills from generation to generation, combining the religious connotations of Buddhism and Hinduism to create Buddha statues that are both artistic and sacred. The following will provide an in-depth introduction to the craftsmanship, processes and background of current Buddha statue casting in Nepal. 1. The craftsmanship level of Nepalese Buddha statue casting. The casting craftsmanship of Nepalese Buddha statues still enjoys a high reputation in the world today, especially for its handmade, delicate decoration and gilding techniques. The skills of newer craftsmen combine the sculpture styles of ancient India's Gandhara and Pala dynasties, and incorporate the local aesthetic characteristics of Nepal to form a unique Nepalese style. The following are the main features of the current Nepalese Buddha casting process. 1. Exquisite craftsmanship. Nepalese Buddha statues are almost all handmade, requiring craftsmen to have superb sculpture, casting, engraving and painting skills. Each Buddha statue takes months or even years to make, with intricate details and solemn appearance. Modern Nepalese Buddha statues still use traditional techniques, such as lost wax casting, to ensure the uniqueness and high quality of each statue. 2. Material and alloy ratio. Buddha statues are mainly cast in copper or bronze, with a copper content of up to 85% to 95%, forming a unique reddish-brown tone with a warm texture and durability. Some high-end Buddha statues are made of brass or sterling silver and inlaid with gemstones, such as turquoise, coral, ruby, to add a sense of magnificence. 3. Gilding and painting techniques. Fire gilding is the iconic craft of Nepalese Buddha statues. It is done by mixing gold and mercury into a mercury paint, applying it to the surface of the bronze statue and then heating it to evaporate the mercury. The gold layer adheres firmly, presenting a magnificent effect. The Buddha statue's face is usually hand-painted by experienced painters with gold powder, and each stroke depicts a compassionate or majestic expression with amazing delicacy. Some Buddha statues are semi-gilded or partially painted, with mineral pigments to add layering and religious symbolism. 4. Gemstone inlay and decoration. Because Nepal is rich in mineral resources, Buddha statues are often inlaid with gems such as turquoise, coral, and lapis lazuli, especially on the chest, arms, and crown, symbolizing sacredness and nobility. Craftsmen will also carve intricate patterns or Buddhist symbols, such as lotus and flame patterns, on the surface of the Buddha statue to enhance the visual effect and religious connotations. 5. Cultural and religious influences. Nepalese Buddha statues are deeply influenced by Buddhism and Hinduism, with various shapes, including Buddhist statues such as Sakyamuni, Medicine Buddha, Guanyin, and Tara, as well as Hindu gods such as Vishnu and Shiva. Newer artisans are good at integrating religious symbols with artistic beauty, such as the lotus seed of the Buddha statue, mandala patterns, etc., which embody the philosophy of cosmic harmony. 6. Current challenges. Although the technical level is still high, the number of excellent craftsmen is gradually decreasing. Due to economic pressure or the influence of modernization, the younger generation has less interest in learning traditional skills, resulting in the increasing scarcity of top works and the increase in collection value. Globalization and commercialization also bring challenges. Some low-end markets have seen the emergence of mechanized or low-quality Buddha statues, in contrast to handmade fine products. 2. Detailed process of casting Buddha statues in Nepal. The casting of Nepali Buddha statues is a complex and time-consuming process that combines sculpture, metallurgy, decoration and religious ritual. The following is a typical production process, especially based on the lost wax method. 1. Design and conception. Religious guidance. Artisans usually work with Buddhist or Hindu monks to design the statue according to scriptures or the client's needs, ensuring that the statue conforms to religious norms, such as hand seals, sitting posture, and expression. Sketching. The artisan creates a detailed sketch noting the statue's proportions, decorative details and gemstone placement. 2. Make wax model. Wax carving. Artisans use beeswax or resin to carve out the initial model of the Buddha statue. This step requires extremely high sculpting skills, because the details of the wax model directly affect the final product. Detail modification. Carve patterns, folds, accessories and other details on the wax model to ensure the exquisiteness of the Buddha statue. 3. Make the mold. Clay encasement. The wax model is encased in a refractory material made from a mixture of manure, rice husks and clay to form an outer mold. Melting wax. The mold is heated so that the wax pattern inside melts and flows out, leaving a hollow casting mold. This is the core step. Ensure it can withstand high-temperature molten metal. 4. Metal casting, alloy smelting. Copper, or an alloy of copper and tin, is heated to its melting point to form liquid bronze. Nepalese artisans prefer alloys with high copper content to achieve a warm color. Pouring. The molten metal is slowly poured into a hollow mold, ensuring every detail is filled. Cooling and demolding. After the metal cools and solidifies, the outer mold is broken and the rough bronze Buddha statue is taken out. 5. Refining and polishing, deburring. Use tools to remove burrs, pores or excess metal produced during the casting process. Engraving details. Artisans use hand tools to engrave patterns, folds or Buddhist symbols on the surface of the Buddha statue to enhance the three-dimensional effect and decorativeness. Polishing. Repeatedly polish the surface of the Buddha statue to make it smooth and delicate, in preparation for subsequent gilding or painting. 6. Gilding and painting, gilding treatment. Mix gold and mercury into amalgam paint and apply it evenly on the surface of the Buddha statue. The Buddha statue is heated to evaporate the mercury and the gold layer adheres to the copper surface, creating a shining golden luster. As mercury vapor is toxic, artisans would take traditional protective measures such as working against the wind or holding raw meat in their mouths, believed to absorb the toxic gas. Although modern workshops may use safer ventilation equipment. Face painting. Experienced painters use gold powder or mineral pigments to paint delicate expressions on the Buddha's face. The depiction of the eyes, lips and eyebrows is particularly critical, conveying the compassion of the Buddha or the majesty of the deity. The painting process may take several days and the artist needs to concentrate in a quiet environment. 7. Gemstone setting, inlaying turquoise, coral, ruby and other gemstones on the crown. Chest or lotus seed of the Buddha statue adds a sense of luxury and religious symbolism. Before setting, the craftsman will chisel grooves on the metal surface to ensure that the gemstone is firmly embedded. 8. Religious blessing. Once completed, the Buddha statue is usually handed over to monks for a consecration or blessing ceremony to infuse it with spirituality and make it a sacred object for religious worship. The bases of some Buddha statues are designed to contain storage space for scriptures, gemstones or sacred objects to enhance their sacredness. 9. Final inspection and packaging. The craftsmen check every detail of the Buddha statue to ensure it is flawless. Buddha statues may be shipped to temples, collectors or international markets and need to be properly packaged to protect their delicate surfaces. The editor finally concluded, Nepal's current Buddha statue casting process continues the hundreds of years of Nuar tradition, with lost wax method, gilding technology and gem inlay as the core, showing extremely high artistic and religious value. From wax model carving to metal casting, to finishing and painting, every step embodies the craftsman's skill and devotion. However, with the impact of modernization and globalization, the decrease in excellent craftsmen and the commercialization trend have brought challenges to this tradition. The company's current large and medium-sized Buddha statues are all imported from Nepal. The unique Buddha statue identity mark, sealing wax mark, seems to always stamp a noble mark on each proud work of art. All copper, painted, gilded, gold-plated, accepts all types of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, guardian deities, special orders, various sizes. Welcome to call us.